Have you ever felt like the noise of life is drowning out your peace? The constant chatter, the endless distractions, and the racing thoughts. What if I told you the key to clarity and happiness isn't found in doing more, but in saying less? Today, we'll uncover the secret power of silence, a lesson so profound it transformed a restless king into a serene soul. Stay with me, because what you're about to discover might just chawn. Words hold an extraordinary power, often far greater than we realize. We use them daily, without much thought, but their impact can echo for days, months, or even a lifetime. Buddha once said, "Our tongue is like the sharpest knife in the world." It may seem like just a simple part of our body, but the words we speak can wound others in ways that are just as painful, if not more so, than physical harm. What's fascinating is that while we can't always control what happens to us, we have full control over the words we choose to speak. Consider this for a moment. How many times has a single word or sentence turned a peaceful conversation into a confrontation? Or, conversely, how often has a kind word lifted someone up from the depths of despair? Words are not just sounds, they carry emotions, intentions, and energy that shape the world around us. The energy we put out through our words can either uplift or tear down, both in ourselves and in others. Yet, despite their profound influence, many people don't realize the full scope of their words' effects. We often speak without thinking, spilling out thoughts that might be unfiltered or reactive. In times of stress or frustration, we might unleash words that we regret later, leaving scars in relationships or situations that could have been avoided. On the other hand, words spoken wisely, with consideration and care, have the power to bring about peace, harmony, and success. When we speak with kindness, with intention, and at the right moments, we create opportunities for growth, understanding, and connection. It's no surprise that throughout history, great leaders, sages, and spiritual teachers have emphasized the power of silence and the importance of choosing words carefully. Now, imagine if we could harness this power. If we could silence the inner noise and listen more intently, not just to others, but to the wisdom within us. What would happen if we took a step back and gave our words the weight they deserve? Measuring them carefully before we speak, would we start to see the world differently? Would our relationships and our own minds find greater peace? This is the journey we are about to embark on, one that begins with the understanding that silence is not an absence, but a space for something greater to emerge. When we learn the art of speaking wisely and embracing the power of silence, we unlock the potential for profound inner peace and success in ways we've never imagined. In the heart of ancient India, nestled within a serene forest, lived a revered Buddhist monk known for his deep meditation and wisdom. This monk had spent years living in solitude, away from the chaos of the world, finding peace in the simplicity of nature. His reputation for insight spread far and wide, attracting the attention of many, including the powerful ruler of a neighboring kingdom. One day, the king, burdened by an unshakable sense of restlessness and frustration, sought the monk's guidance. Despite having everything a man could desire, wealth, fame, and luxury, the king felt no peace within himself. He was often overwhelmed by a constant sense of agitation, his mind racing with worries that never seemed to quiet. In search of relief, the king visited the monk, hoping for a solution to his inner turmoil. "Respected monk," the king began, his voice heavy with exhaustion, "I have everything a man could wish for, yet I remain restless and upset. No matter how much I acquire or how many people praise me, my mind is never at ease. Please, show me how to find the peace that eludes me." The monk, with his usual calm demeanor, looked at the king and said, "You already hold the answer within you, but you have never taken the time to discover it. I can help you find peace, but first, I want you to undertake an experiment. Would you be willing to try it?" Desperation led the king to agree without hesitation. "I will do anything. Monk, please, tell me what to do." The monk's eyes glimmered with wisdom as he shared his plan. "For the next 15 days, you will stay with me in this monastery. You will live simply, like the others, and you will remain in silence as much as possible. Do not speak unless absolutely necessary. this silence, you will find what you are looking for." The king was puzzled but willing. So, he spent the following days in the monastery, abiding by the monk's instructions. At first, the king struggled. His mind was more restless than ever. Thoughts constantly bubbled to the surface, and the silence only seemed to amplify his discomfort. He longed to speak, to break the stillness that surrounded him, but he resisted the urge. He stayed quiet, sitting alone with his thoughts. As the days passed, something unexpected began to happen. By the third day, the king began to notice moments of peace within himself, moments when the constant noise in his mind would quiet just a little. As he spent more time in solitude, watching the peaceful movement of nature, the flowers swaying in the breeze, the birds soaring above, he began to appreciate the world around him in a way he never had before. By the 10th day, the king felt a deep shift within. His restless thoughts had faded, replaced by a sense of calm he had never experienced before. His mind, once a storm of conflicting thoughts, was now a still pond. He realized that the more time he spent in silence, the more in tune he became with himself, with the world, and with the deeper truths that had eluded him before. On the 12th day, something remarkable happened. The king entered a deep state of meditation, his body naturally slipping into stillness, his eyes closing as if guided by a force beyond himself. In this deep meditation, the king found himself free from his worries, fully present in the moment. The inner chaos that had once controlled him was no longer present. After spending the final days in this tranquil state, the king approached the monk with a newfound clarity. "Respected monk," he said, his voice filled with gratitude, "I have discovered what has been troubling my mind all these years. It was not the world around me, nor the things I possessed. It was the constant noise of my own thoughts and words. I spoke too much, and I wasted energy on negative thinking. I criticized others, and I filled my mind with unnecessary chatter. All of this left me exhausted and distracted." The monk nodded, listening intently. The king continued, "During these 15 days of silence, I've learned that true peace comes from within. I no longer feel the need to fill every moment with words. The silence has opened my mind, allowing me to experience the world with a new perspective. I realize now that before, I was living my life in the wrong way. I was speaking too much and thinking negatively. But now, I feel connected to a deeper peace. I understand the power of silence." The monk smiled gently. "You are not alone in this realization. Many people today, much like you, speak too much, filling their lives with unnecessary noise. The art of silence is not simply about not speaking. It's about listening, reflecting, and allowing space for your true self to emerge." The monk went on to explain that the silence the king had embraced was the same silence that Gautama Buddha had often spoken of. Buddha himself once explained, "I stay silent to dive deep within myself. Silence is the first step to truly knowing yourself." It was through silence that one could reach a state of clarity, understanding, and peace, without the distractions of external noise. The king left the monastery forever changed, understanding that the true peace he sought was not found in external possessions or achievements, but in the quiet moments where he could listen to his own heart and mind. Through the practice of silence, he had found the freedom he had been searching for. Lessons from silence. As the king returned to his kingdom, transformed by the experience of silence, he began to reflect on the profound lessons he had learned during his time in the monastery. The power of silence was now evident to him in ways he had never imagined. It wasn't just about avoiding words, it was about understanding the deeper implications of how we use our minds and voices. Silence, he realized, had the capacity to heal, empower, and bring clarity to all aspects of life. 1. Silence leads to self-discovery. One of the most powerful lessons the king learned was that silence is the doorway to self-discovery. In the quiet, away from distractions, he was able to truly connect with his inner self. The constant noise of the world had kept him from seeing who he really was and what he truly needed. It was only through silence that he could hear his own thoughts clearly and understand his deepest desires and fears. This lesson is vital for everyone. In today's world, We are constantly bombarded with information and noise. Social media, television, work, and even the people around us create a constant hum that can drown out our own inner voice. Yet, true self-awareness and clarity can only come when we make time to sit in silence, to listen to our hearts, and to connect with our authentic selves. By embracing silence, we allow our minds to settle and our true thoughts to emerge, free from the interference of external distractions. 2. The power of words is best harnessed in silence. While silence may seem like an absence of action, it is actually a form of power. The monk had told the king that words, when spoken carelessly or without thought, could be more harmful than any physical weapon. Words have the power to build or destroy, to heal or to wound, but it is only in silence that we can truly reflect on the impact of our words before we speak them. The king realized that by speaking less, he was able to preserve his energy and direct it toward more meaningful pursuits. He stopped engaging in idle gossip or unnecessary conversation. When he did speak, his words carried weight and significance because they were carefully chosen and delivered with intention. People began to listen more attentively when he spoke, and his words had the power to inspire and heal. This lesson teaches us to be mindful of our words. In a world where everyone is constantly speaking, it's easy to forget the true power of silence. When we give ourselves the space to pause and think before we speak, we not only protect our own peace, but we also create an environment where our words can make a positive impact. Silence is not a retreat from life, but a tool to make our presence and our voice more meaningful. 3. Inner peace is the key to outer peace. The king's time in silence revealed another important truth. Inner peace is the foundation for peace in all aspects of life. The more the king practiced silence, the more his mind calmed, and his heart became still. This inner tranquility gave him the strength to face the challenges of his life with grace and wisdom. No longer was he rattled by external pressures or the constant demands of his kingdom. He had learned to master his inner world, and in doing so, he became a better ruler, a better husband, and a better friend. This is a lesson that we all can benefit from in our fast-paced world. When we learn to find peace within ourselves, we are less likely to react impulsively or allow external events to dictate our emotions. We can navigate through life's challenges with a clearer, more balanced perspective. Inner peace is the root of all true success. Whether in our personal lives, our work, or our relationships, the king's silence taught him that, to achieve peace in the world around us, we must first cultivate peace within ourselves. 4. Silence creates space for reflection. Another key lesson the king learned was that silence provides the space needed for reflection and growth. In the stillness, he was able to examine his life, his actions, and his thoughts without the distractions of the outside world. In this space, he was able to process his experiences and learn from them. His past mistakes became lessons, and his successes became opportunities for gratitude and humility. Reflection is a crucial part of personal growth. Without silence, it is easy to move from one experience to the next without ever taking the time to learn from what is past. Silence gives us the opportunity to pause, to reflect, and to grow. It allows us to evaluate our actions, adjust our behavior, and move forward with greater wisdom. 5. Simplicity and stillness bring clarity. Finally, the king discovered the profound simplicity of life that emerged in the silence. He had spent years chasing after wealth, power, and recognition, only to find that none of these things brought him the peace he desired. In the quiet solitude of the monastery, he learned that the essence of life is not found in accumulation or achievement, but in the simple moments of stillness, appreciation, and connection with the world around us. By embracing simplicity, we strip away the distractions that cloud our judgment and prevent us from seeing things clearly. When we let go of the need to constantly do and have, we make space for true clarity. Silence, at its core, is about simplicity. It's about letting go of the noise and allowing ourselves to be present in the moment. Through this clarity, we can make better decisions, appreciate the beauty of life, and ultimately find the peace we all seek. Conclusion: the legacy of silence. The king, once a man driven by restlessness and desire, left the monastery with a new sense of purpose. He had learned that silence wasn't just an absence of sound, it was a way of life. It was a tool for self-discovery, a path to inner peace, and a means of harnessing the true power of words. He returned to his kingdom a changed man, and his transformation was felt by all who encountered him. He spoke less but listened more. He moved with purpose, and his decisions were guided by the stillness he had discovered within. Through silence, he found the clarity and peace that had eluded him for so long, and in doing so, he became a beacon of wisdom and serenity for his people. As we reflect on the king's journey, we too can learn the importance of silence in our own lives. Whether through a few minutes of quiet each day, or through moments of stillness in the midst of a busy life, silence has the power to transform us. It can help us discover who we truly are, harness the power of our words, and bring peace to the world within and around us. Zen philosophy, at its core, is the art of living fully in the present moment. It's a profound, yet simple, approach to life that emphasizes mindfulness, inner peace, and deep awareness. While Zen is often associated with Buddhism, its teachings transcend any one tradition, resonating deeply with anyone seeking a more intentional, balanced way of living. Zen teaches us to quiet the mind and tune in to the present moment, allowing us to find clarity and peace amidst the chaos of life. It's a way of being that invites us to let go of distractions, to silence our endless stream of thoughts, and to experience life with a sense of complete awareness. This doesn't mean avoiding the world or retreating into isolation. It means engaging with life deeply and fully, without attachment or resistance. 1. The power of now, embracing the present moment. One of the central teachings of Zen philosophy is the power of the present moment. In our busy lives, it's easy to become consumed by the past or anxious about the future. We often live in a constant state of worry or regret, unable to fully enjoy the now. Zen, however, encourages us to embrace the present moment as it is, without judgment or distraction. This practice of mindfulness allows us to appreciate the simple, everyday experiences that we often take for granted, whether it's the sound of a bird chirping, the warmth of the sun on our skin, or the taste of a simple meal. Zen teaches us to savor these moments with full awareness. When we live in the now, we are free from the burdens of the past and the anxiety of the future. We can simply be, and in doing so, we find a profound sense of peace. Zen's focus on the present moment also teaches us to embrace the impermanence of life. Everything in this world is transient, and nothing lasts forever. By accepting the fleeting nature of life, we learn to let go of attachments and live more freely. When we stop clinging to the past or trying to control the future, we are free to experience life as it unfolds, with all its beauty and uncertainty. 2. Simplicity and acceptance, the Zen way of living. Simplicity is another key principle in Zen philosophy. In a world that constantly demands more possessions, more achievements, more recognition, Zen invites us to find peace in simplicity. Zen masters often live in minimalist environments, surrounding themselves with only the essentials. This approach isn't about deprivation. It's about decluttering the mind and focusing on what truly matters. Zen teaches us that happiness doesn't come from accumulating more or achieving greater success. It comes from simplifying our desires, letting go of excess, and focusing on the things that bring us true fulfillment. This could mean spending more time with loved ones, enjoying a quiet walk in nature, or dedicating ourselves to a meaningful practice. The beauty of Zen is that it shows us that we don't need anything outside of ourselves to find happiness. Everything we need is already within us. This simplicity also extends to how we view ourselves and others. Zen encourages us to accept life as it is, without judgment or resistance. Instead of trying to change ourselves or others to fit into a specific mold, Zen teaches us to embrace who we are in this very moment. By accepting ourselves and the world around us, we cultivate a sense of peace and contentment. 3. Silence and stillness, finding clarity within. Silence, as we've seen in the story of the king, plays a crucial role in Zen practice. Zen masters often emphasize the importance of silence in cultivating inner peace and wisdom. In the quiet, we can hear the subtle whispers of our hearts and minds, allowing us to connect with our true selves. Silence is not an absence of sound, but a presence of awareness. It's in silence that we can begin to listen, not just to the world around us, but to the deeper truths within us. Zen meditation, or Zazen, is a practice of sitting in silence and simply observing our thoughts as they come and go. It's a way of quieting the mind, letting go of distractions, and being fully present. In the stillness of meditation, we learn to let go of attachments to thoughts, feelings, and experiences. We stop identifying with them and simply allow them to pass by, like clouds drifting across the sky. This practice helps us cultivate a sense of peace and clarity, allowing us to see life more clearly and without distortion. This stillness doesn't only apply to meditation, it's something we can bring into every moment of our lives. By practicing mindfulness in our daily activities, we can create a sense of calm and clarity even in the busiest moments. Whether we're eating, walking, or working, Zen teaches us to be fully present and engaged, letting go of distractions and focusing on the task at hand. 4. The art of letting go, freedom and non-attachment. One of the most profound lessons of Zen is the art of letting go. In our everyday lives, we often hold on to things, our possessions, our status, our expectations, believing that they define us or give us a sense of security. But Zen teaches that true freedom comes from letting go of attachments and embracing the impermanence of life. By releasing our attachments, we free ourselves from the burden of constant desire and dissatisfaction. We begin to realize that nothing in life is permanent, and trying to cling to things only leads to suffering. This doesn't mean we stop enjoying life or stop caring about things. Rather, it means that we enjoy them without getting attached to them. We appreciate life as it is, without expecting it to be anything other than what it is. Zen's teaching of non-attachment also applies to our relationships with others. When we let go of the need to control or change others, we allow them to be exactly as they are. This brings greater peace and harmony to our relationships. We no longer expect others to fulfill our desires or meet our needs. Instead, we approach others with compassion and acceptance, recognizing that everyone is on their own unique journey. 5. Living with purpose, the Zen path to fulfillment. At the heart of Zen is the belief that life should be lived with intention and purpose. Every moment, every action, is an opportunity to express our true nature and engage with the world in a meaningful way. Zen teaches that true fulfillment comes not from seeking external achievements, but from living with purpose, authenticity, and mindfulness. Zen masters often say that each action, no matter how small, can be an expression of our highest values and intentions. Whether we're sweeping the floor, preparing a meal, or having a conversation, we can do these things with full awareness and purpose. By bringing mindfulness into every aspect of our lives, we transform even the most mundane tasks into opportunities for growth and self-expression. Living with purpose also means being present for others, showing up with authenticity, and contributing to the greater good. In Zen, fulfillment is not found in isolation but in connection, with ourselves, with others, and with the world around us. Conclusion: the Zen of living fully. Zen philosophy offers us a timeless wisdom that is deeply relevant in today's fast-paced world. It teaches us to embrace the present moment, to simplify our lives, and to live with intention and mindfulness. By incorporating Zen into our daily lives, we can find peace in the chaos, clarity in the confusion, and purpose in the ordinary. As we continue our journey through life, let us remember the lessons of Zen, that true happiness comes from within, that silence has the power to transform us, and that the path to fulfillment is found in the simplicity of being fully present. Practical advice: while Zen philosophy provides us with deep insights about life, mindfulness, and simplicity, its true power lies in how we apply these teachings in our everyday lives. It's not just about understanding Zen intellectually, it's about living it, practicing it, and allowing it to transform us from the inside out. Here are some practical ways to integrate Zen into your daily routine. so you can experience its benefits in your own life. 1. Start with mindful breathing. One of the simplest and most accessible ways to practice Zen is through mindful breathing. In our busy, often overwhelming world, we tend to forget the power of simply breathing deeply and mindfully. Breathing is a natural process, yet when we pay attention to it, it becomes a powerful anchor that brings us back to the present moment. Take a few minutes each day to sit quietly, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Inhale slowly, filling your lungs, and then exhale gently. Let go of any thoughts or distractions, and simply focus on the rhythm of your breath. This practice can help calm your mind, reduce stress, and increase your awareness of the present moment. Whenever you feel overwhelmed or scattered throughout the day, return to your breath for a moment of stillness and clarity. 2. Cultivate a practice of meditation. Zen meditation, or Zazen, is a powerful tool for fostering mindfulness and inner peace. You don't need to become a Zen master overnight, but starting with small, consistent sessions can have a profound impact on your mental and emotional well-being. Meditation helps you cultivate a quiet mind, develop greater focus, and deepen your awareness of the present moment. Begin by setting aside 10 to 15 minutes each day for meditation. Find a quiet space, sit comfortably, and focus on your breath. If your mind begins to wander, gently bring it back to your breath without judgment. Over time, as you develop your meditation practice, you'll find that you are able to carry a sense of calm and presence into other areas of your life. 3. Simplify your environment. Zen teaches us that simplicity is key to finding peace. One of the most immediate ways to incorporate Zen into your life is by simplifying your physical environment. The clutter around you often reflects the clutter in your mind. When your space is tidy and minimalistic, it helps create a sense of calm and clarity. Start by decluttering one area of your home, whether it's your desk, your kitchen, or your bedroom. Remove items that no longer serve you or bring you joy. Keep only the essentials, and arrange them in a way that promotes tranquility. This practice of simplifying your environment will help you clear mental space and make it easier to focus on what truly matters. 4. Practice non-attachment. Non-attachment is a core principle of Zen, and it can be incredibly liberating. We often get caught up in our desires, whether they are for material possessions, achievements, or even relationships. Zen teaches us that true freedom comes from letting go of our attachments to things, people, and outcomes. When we stop clinging to specific expectations, we open ourselves up to the flow of life and experience greater peace. To practice non-attachment, start by examining your attachments. Notice if you are clinging to anything, whether it's a desire for success, approval, or even the outcome of a particular situation. Recognize that everything in life is impermanent and that nothing is guaranteed. Release your need to control or force things to happen, and instead, embrace whatever comes your way with openness and acceptance. By practicing non-attachment, you'll find yourself more flexible, adaptable, and at peace. 5. Bring mindfulness into everyday activities. Zen is not just something you do in meditation, it's something you can integrate into every aspect of your daily life. Whether you're eating, walking, working, or talking to someone, every moment is an opportunity to practice mindfulness and presence. For example, when you eat, try to eat slowly and with full attention. Notice the taste, texture, and smell of each bite. When you walk, pay attention to the sensation of your feet touching the ground, the air on your skin, and the sights around you. By bringing mindfulness to these everyday activities, you turn even the most mundane moments into opportunities for Zen practice. 6. Embrace silence. In a world that is constantly noisy, silence is often undervalued. Yet, silence is a powerful tool for self-reflection, clarity, and peace. Zen encourages us to embrace moments of silence, both externally and internally. It's in silence that we can truly listen to ourselves, our surroundings, and others. Set aside time each day for silence, whether it's in the form of quiet meditation or simply sitting in stillness. Let go of distractions like phones, TV, or background noise, and create a space where you can simply be. Allow your mind to settle and and find peace in the quiet. In these moments of silence, you may find a deeper connection to your inner self and a greater sense of calm. 7. Let go of judgment. Zen invites us to see the world and ourselves without judgment. We often get caught up in labeling things as good or bad, right or wrong. And this judgmental mindset creates unnecessary stress and dissatisfaction. Zen teaches us to embrace things as they are, without attaching labels or judgments to them. To practice letting go of judgment, start by observing your thoughts. Notice when you judge yourself or others, and gently release these judgments. Instead of labeling an experience as good or bad, try to simply observe it as it is. By practicing non-judgment, you'll cultivate greater acceptance and peace in your life. 8. Live with intention. Zen teaches us to live each moment with intention and purpose. Whether we're making a cup of tea, writing an email, or having a conversation, every action is an opportunity to live consciously and with full awareness. Living with intention means being present in everything you do, giving it your full attention, and performing it with care and mindfulness. Take time each day to reflect on your intentions. What do you want to achieve today? What values do you want to embody? By living with intention, you create a life that is more aligned with your true purpose and more fulfilling. Conclusion: Zen in everyday life. Zen philosophy isn't just a concept to understand, it's a way of life to practice. By incorporating Zen principles like mindfulness, simplicity, non-attachment, and presence into your daily routine, you can experience greater peace, clarity, and fulfillment, whether through meditation, mindful breathing, or bringing awareness to your everyday activities. Each step you take in the direction of Zen brings you closer to a life of inner peace and profound connection with the present moment. 6. Conclusion. As we come to the end of this journey into the power of silence, words, and Zen philosophy, it's clear that the lessons we've explored hold the key to profound transformation in our lives. From the Buddhist teachings about the sharpness of our words to the story of the restless king who found peace in silence, we've seen how silence can unlock the door to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. The power of words, while immense, can be both a blessing and a curse. We've learned that the way we speak, when we speak, and even when we choose silence, all play a crucial role in shaping our experiences. Words can either lift us up or tear us down, connect us with others, or drive us further apart. By recognizing the impact of our words and choosing to speak with intention and mindfulness, we can create a life of harmony and purpose. Silence, on the other hand, offers us a sanctuary, a space where we can reconnect with ourselves, find clarity, and release the noise of the world. It is in silence that we discover the depth of our inner peace, and it is through silence that we can truly hear the whispers of wisdom and understanding. Silence does not mean passivity. Rather, it is an active choice to step back, to listen, and to reflect before reacting. As we reflect on the king's transformative journey from restlessness to peace, we are reminded that true tranquility comes not from external circumstances, but from within. It's the simple, yet profound practice of pausing, being present, and allowing ourselves to be still. When we silence the constant chatter of our minds and open ourselves to the present moment, we create the space needed for growth, self-awareness, and joy. Incorporating Zen philosophy into our daily lives doesn't require drastic changes or complex rituals. It's about making small, intentional shifts, whether through mindfulness, meditation, simplifying our surroundings, or embracing the power of silence. Each moment of stillness is a step closer to a deeper connection with ourselves and the world around us. Ultimately, the journey towards inner peace is one of self-discovery. It's about learning to live with intention, understanding the weight of our words, and finding solace in silence. When we embrace these principles, we unlock a profound source of strength and clarity that can guide us through the challenges of life. So, as you move forward, take with you the power of silence and words. Practice mindfulness, listen deeply, and choose your words with care. In doing so, you'll find yourself walking a path toward a more peaceful, purposeful, and fulfilled life. Thank you for joining me on this Zen journey. If you found inspiration in this story, I encourage you to share it with others, reflect on its lessons, and continue exploring the wisdom of silence and presence. Together, let's create a world where peace and understanding are the foundation of all our interactions.